Greyman! 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 Holy YouTube video, Greyman!
Greymaniacs gather! Hey! Going through my shelves again. Right, a rather long video this is going to be. This is some stuff that just happens to be sort of standing upright in between the piles of comics. This was an AOK from Comic Fu. Comic Fu sent me an AOK, which is kind of strange. It was odd considering he never watches any of my videos, and I subsequently never really bother watching his videos anymore because, you know, I just keep with people that support me basically. But he sent me an AOK at some point, which is very nice of him. And these were both AOK from Man Cave Comics. He never makes any videos, which is a shame because I'd watch them. But there you go. There's a flyer from a superhero exhibition that was going on a couple of years, well, 4 years ago now. There is a couple of videos up here on my channel if anyone wants to check that out. Maybe I'll put it at the end if you want to check it out. But yeah, it's quite a cool exhibition. Right, so this pile of comics, basically you have the whole Trinity series and the whole Legends of the Dark Knight series. So strap in for a long video. As I've experienced from my last few premieres, nobody watches the videos anyway, so it really makes no difference. I think the other day it was an hour and a quarter long video, and it had like 3 people watching it, like at various different times. No one actually watched it from, you know, beginning to end, and looking at the comments at the end, no one watches it after either. So, but it doesn't really matter because stopping these videos soon because I'm going to be running out of comics to show, so that's fine. I'm really just doing it to just finish it up. I've started, so I'll finish. Yeah. Just do it out of habit, don't you? Just do it for something to do. That's really what it's about. There's a few people who you talk to in the community about whatever you show, but it's kind of a silly thing to be doing anyway, sitting here showing me comic books. What's the point of that? Truth, liberty, justice for all. Right, and it's like Kurt Busiek was doing the writing. You always can always get a good story with him. Bagley art. Many people like his art, and I see nothing wrong with it myself. Pretty decent, pretty clean. It's you can see that. There's a few joining covers like this. I can't bother to bloody well. I can't bother to show them properly because I haven't got enough hands. Yeah, I think that goes over there. Does that go over there? Or something. Where is it? Does it go over there? No? No, I don't know. Does it go there? Am I just imagining things? I can't tell. I could just see for a little. Yeah, I think it went there. I don't know. I remember there's a few triptychs. Is that the correct word? Anyway, all good, clean art. With the 3 mainstays of the DC universe. You got your Superman, you got your Batman, you got your Wonder Woman. The top 3. Alright, there's Superman looking businesslike. Is that still Bagley doing the cover? It looks a bit Jim Lee-ish to me. But is it Bagley doing the covers? I don't know, probably. I'm not good at art, telling who the artists are. I like the logo as well. I think and also, if you notice, the logo is different each week. So, like, you got Wonder Woman on the top of this one. You got Superman logo at the top on this one. Yeah, you're getting the pattern now. You're getting the pattern, and you got the Batman logo on the top of this one. Rather well done. Gotham Gazette. Crime wave swamps Gotham. Cat people attack city. Ares invades DC. Ultra Humanite terrorizes Metropolis. It's the Tomorrow Woman there, by the looks of it. I believe that's Tomorrow Woman there. Fighting robots. And this looks like Morgana Le Fay. I'm pretty sure that's Morgana Le Fay. Who's this guy? He's a Jim Lee cover. So some of those might have been Jim Lee covers that I showed before. Bagley interior art. I don't know who that guy is. Half a robot face. Doesn't ring any bells. Can't remember how long this series ran for. I'm guessing about 60, but could well be wrong. He's a scary man. Don't want to annoy him. I wouldn't like to spill his pint or accidentally tread on his toes. It's like a bit of hero worship going on here. I wonder if these are an adjoining. Yeah, this is a triptych cover as well. They're marching to the church of the Trinity by the looks of it. All carrying flags with different symbols, and there seems to be a church or cathedral dedicated to the big three from DC. That's probably like DC fans all marching to a Comic-Con. Oh, and is that the cathedral toppling that we saw in the last cover? Right, another joining set of covers. Well, there we go. Pretty cool. It's 32 and 33. Right, 34 seems to have a bunch of villains on there, and Martian Manhunter and Plastic Man. Pretty cool covers, but it's still suffering from the, to my mind, the detriment of not sort of showing action from the comic book or any indication of what happens in the comic. They're just like generic covers, you know. I just can't work out in my head what the meeting was like at DC or Marvel, where they said to themselves, I know, let's just stop showing pictures on the cover that actually match the story. Let's just make any random picture of the character who happens to be in the book and call that the cover, and not actually worry if there's any, you know, correlation between the cover and the story within, because we don't care anymore. I don't know what that meeting was like, but yeah, whoever decided that was the way to go forward was a bloody idiot, if you ask me. Covers are nice, don't get me wrong, but I like my covers to show the content within, at least to a certain respect. But that's not how they do comics anymore. All good art though, all good art. Was she some kind of multiverse Wonder Woman maybe? And there's like Ultraman at the front there, and some cosmic-y, godlike Superman in the background. Here's Owlman with a bat god maybe in the background. It's like if Batman and Darkseid had kids. Right, and here we see those three bizarre Trinity characters. But quite a lot of that in this story. Them sort of alternate dimensions and different worlds and so forth. Alright, this is the last batch, so it doesn't go up to 60. It stops somewhere in the 50, early 50s by the looks of it. Or maybe just on 50. Let's have a quick look. Alright. 47. It's more bizarre, different Trinity. These look like the originals and still the best. Excuse me while I try and grow an extra arm to finish off here. Oh no, it ain't happening. It ain't happening, but there's that and that. Let's see if I can hold them with one hand. Come on. Come on. You can do it. There we go. There we go. Peekaboo! I can see you. Anyway, yeah, that's not at all creepy. Right, so that's up to 51, and the last one is number 52. Ah, I see. I would say this strange just only has Superman in it, but no, this is an open outie one. I'm not sure what the official term for an open outie one is. A gatefold, maybe. There you go. It's got all the Supermans. No, all the Supermans. All the Trinity, sorry. All the Trinity within and without. Right, now the rest is a huge, over 100 issue run of Shadow of the Bat. No, not Shadow of the Bat. Legends of the Dark Knight. Sorry. It looks like we're starting off with the annuals. The annuals of the Shadow. No, the Legends of the Dark Knight. And this was a really cool series. I thought it's like basically like yeah, it's just like it's like retellings of, but let's make it, it's like stories from different periods of Batman's career kind of thing. So Jewel, a nice looking demon there with a sword. That's number one. Vows. I believe that's Bruce Gordon and is she called Barbara Essen? Something Essen. Getting married, I believe. Before she was killed by Joker during the No Man's Land. Right, where's number 3? Number 3 isn't here, so I'm guessing number 3 is going to be Bloodlines, which is for some reason altogether in another folder. But we've got number 4, Legends of the Dead Earth. Citizen Wayne. He's got a gun. Batman's done got a gun, governor. Right, number 5, Wings. This is year 1. This is probably like a retelling of the first meeting of Batman and Man-Bat. Now, this is Legends of the Dead Earth, Dark Knight. What was that? Legends of the Dead Earth. What was the one? Elseworlds. That was Elseworlds. Oh, silly me. So that was yeah, kind of like the same thing, really. The Elseworlds is like another sort of imagination of a different creation of a different Batman in a dimension, and Legends of the Dead Earth is like long after the Earth has died, someone takes the Batman legend as an influence to create their own persona. Right, this is the Pulp Heroes year. My Greatest Adventure. It's off a staple, I just noticed. Oh, it's well off the staple. It's practically off both staples. But there you go, never mind. These things happen. Right, now we go to the full run of Legends of the Dark Knight. I think that was all the annuals that I had there, apart from the Bloodlines one. Right, I've got the pink cover. The first issue on this run is really boring. It's basically lots of different versions, lots of different colours of this. And I've got this kind of pinky taupe, or no, not taupe, puce. I don't know. Is it puce or is puce kind of green, isn't it? I can't remember. It's a mauve. Yeah, it's not a very nice one. Oh, and you got that on the back. It's a collector's special. The first new solo Batman book since 1940. And they took that idea and ran with it, and you've got crap loads more since then. Right. So the first story arc, this is number 2 of the first story arc. Shaman was the first story arc. Shaman. I don't know why they've got blinking. I'm sure I got these all from my local shop, so they should have gone straight into my box. I don't know why they've all got blinking. So this is the thing. I look at my comics and I think I've got them from somewhere, and then I see they've got prices on for somewhere else. But I thought I remember getting this from issue 1 when it first started from my local comic shop. But why has this one got a price label from the Forbidden Planet in Dublin, where I've never been? So it just really makes me question my memory. Obviously, the evidence of that shows that I didn't get them from my local comic book, and I couldn't have had them on order. So where the heck did I get them from then? Maybe I got them started a bit late in the day and I ended up picking up a few back issues or something from somewhere. I'm not too sure. Right, Grant Morrison, Klaus Janson. This is a storyline called Gothic. We started a couple of issues ago. I've only just got around to mentioning it. Some like ghostly thing. Got a bit of a cough today. I wonder where that is. Let's pull that on. Right, yep, still carrying on the Gothic storyline. There's some dead bodies hanging. That's not good. Oh dear. That don't look good. Lying on the blinking railway line with a train on its way. He's not tied down, he's just lying there. So I'm assuming he must have fallen or been knocked down or something. Right, the next storyline, Doug Monk. Prey is the name of the storyline anyway. It's a pretty cool cover. Catwoman there, and I think Hugo Strange. Oh, see, because they were based in different times of Batman's career. This might have been an early story, or portrayed as being an early story. You see the cops are surrounding him there, so it could be this is before he reached an agreement with Gordon to be like unofficially accepted by the Gotham police. Right, Venom. This is where the Venom drug is first spoken about. Batman is unable to save a little girl, I think, from drowning after a blinking stanchion falls on her and she gets drowned under the water. And he discovers this new drug called Venom, which allows you to have extra strength. And he starts to use it. It's not good. He gets a bit crazed, a bit wacko on it. And he has to go cold turkey. And he goes to, is it Corto Maltese? I think he goes to Corto Maltese or whatever it is. He has a fight with a shark. And almost drowns. Right, next storyline. Mike W. Barr, Bart Sears, Faith. You get like a Guardian Angel style vigilante gang based around the Batman. But I think there's some friction between them. Don't be blurry now. Hope you're not going to be blurry. We don't like it when you're blurry. Carrying on the Faith storyline. These are from the late 80s, early 90s. We're on number 24 and we're on 91 now, 1991. So they must have started in 89, this run. It's a little story called Flyer. They could probably retcon this story and make it Court of Owls, if you're thinking about it. He's got that kind of prolonged by science, kind of like a little bit like a Talon. Right, it was a three-parter. Right, and this next story, for some reason, it crossed over with the Batman and Detective titles. Destroyer. Interesting art. And, yeah, this is part 2. Black and white and Batman's in colour. Right, Faces, Matt Wagner. Well, we got a Two-Face. One face, two face, pink face, blue face. That's my attempt at some Dr. Seuss Batman inspired poetry. Faces. So this is Matt Wagner did the art as well. I can't remember him being, or I didn't realise he was an artist. He does the art for his own Grendel book, does he? Probably. Family. It's a one shot. Don't be blurry. I'm not sure if you're blurry, but please don't be blurry. Let's have a quick zoom around. There you go. That's definitely not blurry. It's a bit too close, but there you go. What can you do? Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Like Blades, part 1 of 3. Maybe a retelling of the villain, the Cavalier, maybe? Yeah, I think there was an old story, the Cavalier. He comes in pretending to be a good guy, but he's secretly committing crimes and using his good guy status to sort of take out the competition. James Robertson and Tim Sale, creative on that one. Could be the Cavalier, or someone with a similar storyline or MO. Aha. I saw the word Cavalier being mentioned there, so I'm guessing it was his name. Destiny. Batman is a Viking. It's a Viking warlord or something. Part 2. Mark Neeson and Bo Hampton are the creative on this story. It's got a freaking price label on it as well, so was I not getting it from my comic shop? Oh, I don't know where I got these from. Right. there are still loads more to go. So if you're bored, you had enough of Legends of the Dark Knight, had enough of me, feel free to toddle off and go about your day. Right, Mercy. I believe either she was a victim of assault or her sister was, or something like that, and she was getting revenge against the people who abused them. Legend of the Dark Might. Alan Grant and Kev O'Neill. Of course, Alan Grant just recently passed away. It's just sad. He was a very cool creator with Judge Dredd, with Batman, with the Demon. Oh, and I never had any issues with any of his stuff that he did. One of the greats. And Kevin O'Neill, an artist, unmistakable is one way to describe him. No one else does art quite like he does. It doesn't fit necessarily every style of story, but it's where it does suit, it suits it awesomely. He does martial law really well. He's done various UK comic books. He did a little story, I think, in the backup of a Green Lantern, which was like very controversial. People didn't like it because his art could be so kind of like nightmarish, and I'm pretty sure there was some controversy about this backup story that he did. Right, then this one here, Brian Talbot did this story, and it's one of my favourites of this run. I remember being really like drawn with it. Like, this is the first part where Batman it's shown that it's all in his head. He's been, this trope has been done a few times, but I think this might have been the first time. Right, he's not really been Batman all his time. He had a breakdown after his parents died, and he's had this personality. He believes himself to be this superhero thing, and it was just done so well. Like, he was, he was like, on tenterhooks to find out. He obviously knew that he was Batman, but it was like, it was just laid out so well that he looked, convincing that he obviously it was Hugo Strange. Sorry for spoilers. And the second part, once you get the, once it comes out, of course he's Batman. It's not quite as good, but it's like, the first issue was amazing. I was just like, wow, whoa, and it's like, it was really well done, I thought. Anyway, right, Sunset. Joanna Wilson and Fern. I'm guessing some kind of vampiric creature. Hothouse. John Francis Moore and P. Craig Russell are the creative. I'm guessing some of these didn't do much else, They're not like names that stick in your head. This is part 2. I'm guessing it's a Poison Ivy story. Been a while since I've read them. Right, I think I have read this whole run through twice, actually. I'm pretty sure a good few years ago now I was going through them again and reading them again. Turf. Stephen Grant and Sean McManus, the creative team on this one. I'm guessing it's a gang war. A war for turf. Not a trans exclusionary radical feminist. Different kind of turf. Not a TERF, but a TURF. Yes. Right, Heat. Doug Monk and Russ Heath are there. Russ Heath. I believe Ranger Sly pronounced him Russ Heat. I just remember every time he says Russ Heath, he always drops the H at the end, and it always sticks in my head. Russ Heat. That's just quite cool because the story's called Heat. Right. Some kind of... It's like a Black Panther Wolverine crossover bad guy, almost. Right. Issue 50, embossed, I believe. Not quite, a little bit of embossment, on the logo. And is it Brian Bolland? It looks like, it's Brian Bolland. You can't mistake Brian Bolland. And there's the evil Joker with a Joker-fied cat. It's like, no, poor little pussy cat's probably dead. And Batman's coming to get justice for Kitty Cat. Justice for Pussykins. Oh, that poor little Joker, poor little cat. Joker's evil. Confirmed, Joker is evil. He uses evil Joker toxin on a pussycat. What a scum. What a scoundrel. I think it's time you put him down for good, Batman. Right, Snitch. It's a one shot. Is that Ragman? I believe that is Ragman. Robert Lauren Fleming and David G. Klein. I was going to say Joe Kubert cover. Yeah. Makes sense because Kubert did the early work on the first one of Ragman, I believe. I don't have that run. I'm kind of thinking maybe I'll pick it up one day. I saw an issue or something someone was selling. I was like, ooh. Yeah, I really don't need to be adding any more bloody well series to collect. Right, Tau is this story. Alan Grant and Arthur Ranson are the creative team. Obviously some tying to Japanese culture. Right, next storyline, Sanctum by Dan Raspler and Mike Mignola. A certain Matilda Gothica will probably like this cover. It's by a certain artist that she likes. I don't like his art, to be honest. I've said it before, I think he's kind of like, ugh. Right, this next guy, Mike McMahon, he did a lot of work in 2000 AD and he's got a really weird style as well. Sometimes his art is okay. He did some pretty decent Judge Dredd stories, but he makes everyone's body so gangly and weird, you know? So, yeah, quite often I'm not a fan of his art, but he has done some good art. But there's some weird... This got a weird take. He did an epic story called The Last American as well. Yeah, it's okay once you get used to it, but it's not like... To me, it's not realistic body, you know? Look at that. It's like, it feels... He's just got a strange style, I suppose you'd call it. You know, it's like, he must realise that arms and legs don't really look like that, but he does like that anyway. Right, next, Andrew Donkin, Graham Brand and John Higgins, Legend of the Dark Knight, Storm. Yeah, it's raining. It's raining Batman, hallelujah. Right. Still got loads to go, guys. Still got loads to go. We're past the 50 mark now. Oh, but I think it goes up to well past 150 by the looks of it. I think it might go to 180. I can't remember now. It's a long old run. Feel free to watch this in parts, this video, or not at all if you prefer. Dennis O'Neill, Ron Magnar, Ron McCain, Quarry. Oh, this is part of Night Quest. So that is Batman there with his cane. He was crippled by Bane, and he was posing as Hemingford Grey was the name of the character he was pretending to be at that time, as he was trying to go after Sondra Kinsolving. There's Sondra Kinsolving there and her evil brother, who had the power to kill people. We had to be with his sister, and had the power to kill people at a distance. She had the power of healing, which she wanted to use, but her half-brother, adopted brother, I think, because I think their father was one of these hellfire and brimstone preachers who raised them both. Yeah, not in a good way. Right, Dixon, Wagner, McCain, Mignola art. This is Night's End. There's Azrael Batman, and there's proper Batman. When he was training under Lady Shiva, he adopted a bat mask persona for his training. And the culmination of his training was to have to kill somebody, which he did, but he brought him back. So, yeah. Climax! O'Neill, Kitson and Hannah. The real Batman is back, and he's laying some smackdown onto Asbats. Right, Terminus, Delano, Bacalo and Pennington. I think Terminus was the name of this building, and the story is revolving around the building, I believe, and the sort of stuff that went on in the building. It's like one of those rundown slum type buildings. Right, Zero, The Beginning of Tomorrow, Viewpoint, featuring an all-star roster of comics talent. Go insane. DeMatteis, Statten and Mitchell. Yeah. I think it had appeared that Batman had died, and that basically made Joker go sane. I believe that was the story. And he ends up getting a girlfriend and settling down for a bit. Yeah, it's been a while since I read it, but it was a pretty decent story. It's kind of sad and poignant because he had like a nice relationship with this lady, but as soon as Batman is, you know, back in the picture, he's got back to going cuckoo, and it's like, oh, that's a shame. Shame Joker couldn't, you know, find his sanity, settle down, and be, you know, a good member of society. That wouldn't be a bad way of doing Joker, actually. Him having lucid spells where he can... I mean, we know he's insane, so why can't he have split personality? Why can't he have a personality every now and again when he's injured or when he's tired or when he's thinking, like, in the back of his mind of new plots? Why can't he have a period where he he finds sanity or he acts sane, settles down, has another life, and then, like, when the time comes and something triggers him or the plan is formulated in the evil part of his brain, that he switches back again? That wouldn't be a bad story. James Robertson and John Watkins, Werewolf. Can't you see him? It looks like he's in London. That looks like it's meant to be Big Ben, the clock tower. Got the old style Gotham by Gaslight kind of lamppost. I think there still are some of those in London. Right. Werewolf. Yeah, that's getting tired now. But you know, what can I say? Doobie 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 doob 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 doobie 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 doob doob doobie doob doobie doobie doob doobie doobie boob doob. Engines, Part 102 by Ted McKeever. He has an interesting style as well. He's got the big ears of what's his face? Can't remember his name now. Bad guy, the one who does the big ears. He's got the big ears of him. And Batman's face there is supposed to be his teeth. Kind of strange. And got a weird shining knight kind of Batman. Right, 3-part art by Scott Hampton, The Sleeping. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is all like in dream. I can't remember if Batman's in a coma or something like that, and he's in some kind of dream dimension. But there's nightmares in there. Nightmares like that one with all the teeth. Favourite things. These are a few of my favourite things. Yeah. I'm guessing it's a Christmas themed story. Miller, Yale and Giordano. Right, 3-part Idols. Vance, Braithwaite and Hardy. Batman appears to be raging. I'm guessing this young lady is dead. Batman is not happy. Batman is swearing revenge. I'm guessing that's the story there. And then, is that Batman? Or just someone in the bat mask with guns? It's not the sort of thing Batman would normally do, is it? But, yeah. Maybe it's false idols, who knows? The victim on the first page had logo saying Belfry, like as in the Bat's Belfry. So maybe she was some kind of Batman fan club lady. Lots of Bat stuff there. Yeah, maybe she was killed because of her love for Batman, and that's why Batman's pissed. And he's after this bat-masked individual, this bat-masked mercenary. Whatever the heck he is. Right, two-parter, Warren Ellis and John McCrea. Infected. John McCrea's got a certain style as well, which is kind of different. But I've never heard any issues with what he's done. It's quite interesting. He's done, like, second part of the Demon run was him. He also did the Hitman run. Various others as well. I can't remember off the top of my head. But, yeah. He's got an interesting style. But not like a style where I don't look at them and think, oh, that's disjointed and that's just blobs of colour splotched together on a canvas. Or paper or whatever. Right, James Robinson, Tony Salmon's Citadel. Conspiracy, Doug Munch, J.H. Williams III and Mick Gray. There's the Ouroboros, the snake swallowing its own tail. I think this might have a magical related storyline. I seem to recall that Ouroboros symbol. Blood dripping from the ceiling, and you can see the mosaic that he's standing on is the Ouroboros snake swallowing its own tail kind of symbol. And this guy, this villain here, with the ball and chain, you can see the Ouroboros, the snake swallowing its own tail symbol on the comic book. And also, he's got it tattooed around the top of his head, if you see. There's the old ball and chain. I don't mean Batman's wife. Also called, actually, Morningstar is the correct name for a weapon like that, I believe. Well, a ball and chain is more what you wear on your leg when you're a criminal, isn't it? It's what Roger wore in his youth, old ball and chain. Before he settled down with the old ball and chain, which is another phrase for a wife. At least it is in the UK anyway. I'm sure you might call them the ball and chain. You don't call them the old ball and chain for your missus in America. Is that a phrase you'd use? Right, Clayface. The story's called Clay. Alan Grant and Kiki Alcatina. Yeah, that wasn't hard to read. That wasn't hard to say, that one. It wasn't really hard to say, but it took me a second. Right, and it's the second part of this Clay storyline. Clayface is a very dangerous criminal for Batman, to be honest, because like he could do what he wants with his form. So Batman's always got to have them freezing tablets that he uses, otherwise he's doomed. Right, Garth Ennis and Will Simpson, Freak Out, part 1 of 3. I'm guessing it's Will. It seems like the Simpson did the cover as well. I can't say I know his art, but it's pretty cool though. It's quite cool. I quite like that. Yeah, not too bad. Maybe it's like a painted kind of style. Actually, I think Batman is freaking out, and there, look, his eyes are red. Yeah, I think it's this guy. I remember. I think this guy's called Freak Out. I think he's took so many drugs that he's able to make other people have psychedelic, crazy experiences. Where was this when we was doing psychedelic covers week? Oh man, why did I not remember this when we was doing psychedelic week? Damnation. Right, Michael T. Gilbert stories, and we can see classic Batman covers in the background. Right, Lanning, Abnett and Williams. We've got a 3-part story called Dirty Tricks. And the Batman's on a tarot card. And this strange looking fella Yeah, it's an interesting cover, that one. 2 of 3. Oh, is he a magician of some kind? Is he making himself disappear? Or invisible? And in various places at once by the looks of it. Right, still loads to go. We're on 98 now. Paul Jenkins and Sean Phillips, a 2-part story, Steps. I'm not too keen on the Batman's body shape on this one. Or his pose. Right, special 100th issue. That looks like Alex Ross. Maybe a retelling of an early Robin appearance, or maybe the initial Robin story. Right, John Wagner and Carlos Esquerra. That's not a Esquerra cover, I don't think. It doesn't look like a Esquerra cover to me. I'm not sure who the cover. Oh, Nolan. Nolan? Does that cover? Because Esquerra is one of my faves. Yeah, it's interesting looking at him. Most of the time in 2000 it was black and white, so you don't often see him in. But this is Esquerra. He's got a gritty kind of style. I'm not sure how many times Esquerra did Batman. I don't think he did Batman very often at all. In fact, Esquerra never did an awful lot of superhero stuff at all, really. He did Bloody Mary for, was it Matrix, the DC offshoot? Or Helix. No, it was Helix, that's right. It was going to be called Matrix, but they changed the name because of the Matrix movie came out. Right, the story now, James Robinson and Paul Johnson. It's a 3-parter called Spook. Spook. Interesting, very interesting. Right, a 2-parter, CJ Henderson, Trevor Von Eden and Joe Rubenstein. We've got Jim Gordon at the bat signal, picking up a blood-stained card. And there's the Joker. What's he up to? I'll tell you what he's up to. No good. Yeah. He is the Joker after all. He's never up to any good. He's a bit of a villain, don't you know? He's a bit of a nasty villain. Right. Looks like it's more a Gordon story, this one. So he's doing his police duty, I'm guessing. Stalking, Lee Mars, Eddie Newell. I'm guessing the guy on the motorbike is the main protagonist, the main bad guy, the antagonist in this storyline. Right, Engelhart, Abel and Garassi. The Primal Riddle, part 1 of 3. Part 2 of 3. And conclusion. Right, Shipwreck, part 1 of 2. Vido, Felchel and Sirocco. I may be pronouncing some of those names wrong. Robinson, Brereton and Bradstreet Playground. The Darkness, Vincenzo and McDonnell. Right, then we have some crossing over into No Man's Land. Faith or Fear, Grayson, Eaglesham, Bet and Soud. It says here as the creative team. And does that say Dwayne Turner? Okay. Dwayne Turner is the cover artist, and Danny Mickey, it looks like. Interesting Scarecrow. Bread and Circuses, Ian Edgington and Disraeli. I think in that one, the Penguin was controlling people under the old Roman thing of entertaining via bread and circuses. If they don't get enough bread, the people will riot. If they don't get enough entertainment in the form of the circus, as in the gladiatorial battles, then they would riot. So yeah, he's basically controlling No Man's Land with that premise, putting bread in these people's bellies and entertaining them via the gladiatorial battles. Right, balance that story. Greg Rucka, Jason Pearson and James Hodgkins. Claim jumping. Greg Rucka, Mike Diodata and Wayne Foucher. Interesting. Two Faces looking in the mirror and seeing Batman and Jim Gordon looking back at him. I suppose they would be the mirror opposites of him, wouldn't they, in their way, because he's a naughty criminal, they're the good side, law. He's the chaos and they're the law and order. Assembly. Rucka, Diodato and Parsons. Power Play. Harmer, Burchett and Hodgkins, with a cover by someone called Orbic. Quite a cool style, interesting colour and looks like a painted kind of cover. Low Road to Golden Mountain 1. Harmer, Gulacy and Emberlin. Is that Lynx he's fighting there? Could be. Has she got an eye patch? No, I can't see an eye patch. No, I think I can. Maybe I can make it an eye patch. I'm not sure though. It could equally be that. Is it Tarantula Woman that did the bump and grind with Nightwing one time against his will? I think I can't remember now. Was that her? I don't remember. Underground Railroad 1. Barnes, Ryan and Lanning. Some funky neon-y kind of cover there. It's got a Forbidden Planet price label on it. So I would think, how can I have not got any of these from my local comic book shop? I don't understand it. I remember getting these every week. Why have they all got prices on from shops that I never went to? I don't get it. It's like my memory is lying to me. Anyway. The Ultimate Trust or the Ultimate Betrayal? You know what? I'm not going to read the creators anymore because I'm getting tired and it really doesn't matter. Nobody cares anyway. I don't care, neither am I making the video. All I care about is getting bones of steel like Superman. Endgame. There's that crazy kook, the Joker. A no good clown prince of crime. The Arrow and the Bat is a 5-parter. From the early days of Green Arrow, because he has no beard. He's a beardless wonder. Another Forbidden Planet label on it. This is be fighting a Robin Hood type character. Nice painted looking cover. Right, a 5-parter, Siege. Looks like things have gone down at Blackgate Prison in this one. At least No Man's Land has finished, but I'm guessing these are repercussions that began at during No Man's Land. Ooh, la 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 la. I feel tired. La 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 la. Right. Batman kicking butt. Look, that's Thomas Wayne in his fancy dress back costume in the background there. Five-parter, Terror. Is that Hugo Strange? Oh yeah, make your mind up, Batman. Either take her to jail, or kiss her, or do both. You know. Alright, we have some Scarecrow action. As you'd expect. From a storyline called Terror, how could the Scarecrow, the master of fear, be far behind? I know you were asking yourself that question. Part 4 of 5. Ooh. Catwoman is catatonic with fear by the looks of it. I don't think she's dead or unconscious. I think she's fully awake, but seeing things that no one else can see because they haven't got the fear toxin coursing through their veins. She's also tied up as well. It's got, there you go. For Simple Simon, it's got bondage and butt. I know you prefer bondage and legs, but yeah. Right. Zombie Hugo Strange? No, I don't think so. Probably just nightmares brought on by fear toxin. Some are born great, others have greatness thrust upon them. And then there's me. The Demon Laughs, part 1 of 4. Right, it's an interesting cover. Joker sitting on a throne. Is he? When you talk about the demon, I mean Ra's al Ghul. Could that be Talia al Ghul? I got a feeling there might have been, this storyline might have been Joker. Yeah, I can see it from here. But first off, let's look at the Powerpuff Girls. They drink milk as well because, you know, strong bones. Powerpuff Power! Banana, chocolate and strawberry. Banana, chocolate and strawberry milks are tasty and yummy with vitamins and minerals to help you play hard. Once again, the day is saved. There you go. Dun dun ba da ba bam 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 ba da da now. The city of Townsville. Right, you know, Ross, I think this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship. There's Joker and Ra's al Ghul walking away from Batman, who is face down in the snow after, I'm assuming, receiving a hammer blow from the Joker. And then next one is in a... Was it something I said? I'm guessing Ra's al Ghul got tired of him and threw him in a prison cell. Mind you, they do have a mutual love for poison, don't they? Ra's al Ghul has tried to poison the human race a number of times because his whole thing is to get the population of the planet down to manageable levels for the good of the Earth. Yeah, he has got some points there. You know, he's got some points, but it's the way he goes about it. Don't agree with randomly killing half of the world. Some kind of population cap might be more in order. Encourage people not to have so many kids, that kind of thing. But anyway, Whatever you do, don't make a statue about it, because it'll get blown up. Did I say dad? Oh, bad. Part 2 of 3, dad. No, it's not dad, it's bad. It looks a little bit like, what was his name? Bulk. It looks a little bit like Bulk. Surely it's not Bulk again. There was a Bulk who first appeared in no, it's not. I don't think it could be. Anyway. There was a Bulk who first appeared in Brave and the Bold and then ended up being in part of the Power Company team when he got out of prison. He had the same look as him almost. A great big, super strong bulk. Right, Grim, 1 of 5. There you go, still on the Grim, 2 of 5. I think it might be Grim as in Grimm's Fairy Tales. I believe there was... she wasn't called Mother Goose, was she? I think she might be, looking at this. And she kind of like adopts Robin kind of thing, takes Robin in. I think she's got like a gang of like orphans. I think that was the thing, kids were disappearing. And Batman sent Robin to try and work out what was going on. And here's the conclusion. Colossus, part 1 of 2. Part 2 of 2. Right, Blink, 3-part called Blink. Interesting covers. Loyalties. Got a crazy man with a flamethrower and a blinking church. And burning nuns. Or seem to be burning nuns. There's a con, not a con, but the London Comic Mart is this Sunday. Deciding if I want to go or not. Do I want to go and spend some money? Yes, is the short answer. Altruism. Don't Blink. It's a 4-parter. I just realised one of these comic books had Gordon and Essen getting married, didn't it? Was she wearing a wedding dress? I have to check that out. because this Saturday on Cover Slingers, it'll be last Saturday probably when you're watching this, or even the Saturday before maybe, but it was wedding dresses on Cover Slingers, so I need to go back and have a look, double check that cover. Was she wearing a wedding dress? I think she might have been. I think it was at their wedding. Ah. Roger's probably nicked it. I bet Roger's got it as well. I'll probably get it. I'll probably go to dig it out. Turns out it's perfect, and then Roger will shout first, and I'll be like, "Roger, curse you!" Or maybe Naaman. That wormy, starting to become my super villain enemy. He's starting to become my nemesis. He's been provoking me. He makes comments. He made a comment the other day. He was saying, "Oh, Greyman just kept on talking and made the stream go really long. Yawn." He didn't quite say that, but you know what I mean. I'm hamming it up to create that. What can you say? Tension and animosity. It gets more views. So, no man, I'm coming for you. There you go. Me and Naaman have got beef now. We're gonna create controversy and we're gonna make it a thing. We're gonna make it a thing. Really, I can't stand the fella. He's horrible. There you go. That was believable. I think everyone believed that. So if we just keep that up, Naaman, if you can insult me voraciously in your next video, so we can get some beef going on. We can start our own gangs, and you can have like the Worm Crew, and I can be like the Grey Maniacs. The Grey Maniacs versus the Wiggly Worm Crew. That'll be it. We'll start a fight. I don't know why that music seems appropriate. Is that from some kind of Rumble movie? I'm not too sure. Anyway. No, we probably won't start a fight because he's a good fella, to be honest. But for jokes. Right. Friends or foes? Now, me and Roger, God, that fella, can't stand Roger. I don't know why I let him on my streams for. His comics are rubbish. Anyway, so yeah, me and Roger have got beef now as well. So let's just get the... No, it wouldn't work, to be honest, because everyone would be on their sides. I'm too good of a villain. I play it too good. And everyone would be like, no, we're on Wormy's side. We're on Roger's side. That Greyman's a bum. Yeah, so that would backfire on me. And I'd get even less views than I already do. She's back! Yeah, she's back. So I'm not quite sure what that story is about. Is that supposed to be Barbara Gordon after getting cured from having a back shot? A spine severed? Right, here's a War Games crossover. Part 2 of 8. So they actually crossed over properly into this title rather than like being like snippets of stories from the period. I didn't like that War Games. I wasn't keen on that at all. I kind of feel like I missed out on some of the beginning of it as well. I don't know what happened. But yeah, it was a bit like, I didn't like the premise of it. It's like Batman created a scenario where the gangs could be faced off against each other and he could take them all down kind of thing. And he just done it as a scenario, a possibility, one of his many thought experiments kind of thing. And Stephanie Brown, the Robin at that time, utilised it. She implemented it because she wanted to score points with Batman at that point, and she thought by implementing the plan and seeing it through, it would enamour him to her as Robin, which is a stupid bloody idea, to be honest. She wasn't that thick. It turned out, you know what I mean, Batman doesn't like you doing anything that he doesn't want you to do. He likes you to show some, but he likes his soldiers to bloody well do what they're told, not to, and to create such a massive fight where people were getting killed. Like, how she was a sensible woman, how she could how the count. No, not screw that. How the writer who decided on that storyline tried to finesse it that she would do something as blatantly stupid as to start off that gang war is, for me, poor characterisation. Maybe, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, War Games was not a fan, especially as she ends up seemingly killed. Definitely tortured. She was tortured by Black Mask. Appeared to have died from her injuries, but that was faked. By what's the name of the doctor lady? Who's a good friend of Batman's. One of the first to be with him when he was a boy, when his parents had been killed. One of the first to, hug him out, whatever, and sort of speak to him and offer kind words. I can't remember what her name is now. But sure, there was a character as her in the Gotham series, which made sense, but I can't remember what her name is. She's a doctor. She's got a practice in the poor part of Gotham because Wayne Industries pays for it. I'm pretty sure she knows that Batman is Bruce Wayne as well. Damn, I can't remember what her name is now though. Phillips? Dr. Phillips? No. Not too sure. It's not jumping in my head. For some reason the name Linda's jumping in my head as well, but don't quote me on it. I don't expect it to come jumping in my head, but it should be in there. So this story was called Snow. It looks like Mr. Freeze. Mr. Freeze. Blaze of Glory, the Spark. Blind Justice there. Blaze of Glory, the Fuse. Blaze of Glory, the Fire. Right, issue 200. It went on for quite some time. Gotham Emergency, complete in this special landmark issue. We're now in 2006. This is a comic that started in 89, I think. So it went 15 years? Yeah, trying to do maths in my head. That's even harder than remembering the name of that lady. So 10 years would be 120, and then 180 you would think would be 15 years. Oh no, because it was 89, so it's 17 years, isn't it? What am I saying? You don't pay me enough to do sums. Give me a super chat or a thank you and I'll do sums for you, alright? But otherwise I'm not. Like, this is the third Clayface. I can't remember his name now. But he's suffering from acromegaly, I think. And he got an experimental serum containing the original Clayface's blood, and it ended up making him quite mad. And also he can dissolve people with a touch. And he was the one who fell in love with a mannequin. You don't actually see him use an awful lot, but I think he's quite a good character. I'm surprised he wasn't used more. Mad Men of Gotham. It's issue 204. Seems to be some hypnotised, maybe, people there. Oh, I've done that wrong, haven't I? I've put those in. Oh, never mind, now. Right, two more packs to go. And we would have gone through the whole of the Legends of the Dark Knight run. You can get on with the rest of your day. Fear not. The man who drove Gotham mad. Guardian of Gotham. God, how long has this video been? This one just says a new Batman adventure. Doesn't say much, does it? Oh, it's got a finger in a box there. A new Batman adventure by Bruce Jones and Ariel Olivetti. But he doesn't actually name the story. And there's no... I'm guessing this is carrying it on. That's some mighty big arms encompassing Batman there. See, this is quite weird because the story hasn't even got a title. Which is the first time, I think, in the whole of this run that it's just like a comic with no actual title to the story arc. It's kind of weird. Maybe this is the end. We know it's the end because they've got 4 more issues to go, I think. But again, carrying on that storyline with no name to the story. At least not on the cover, anyway. See if it tells you inside what the story's called. No. On the second page, no. Is there a splash? No. No mention of what that storyline is. Right. Oh, there it came on the covers. Bugger. Is that one? Or is that the one? I don't know. Whatever. Right, so new creative team, but again, no sort of mention of the name of the story. They seem to have done away with that. 212. Adam Beecham, Steve Scott, Nathaniel Massengill. Not names that I recall. Matt Wayne and Stephen Cummings on this one. And we come to the very last comic of the run, and the very last comic for this video, number 214. A new creative team, Christos Engage and Phil Winslade. I don't know if it says anything about it being the talk about it being the end. No, this is the end of the long storied title. Look out for Batman Confidential. So, yeah. Here you go, the last one. 214. Okay, so that is that complete run. I've got to spend probably going to spend another half an hour putting them all back in their blinking plastic envelopes, plastic bags, shall I say. Anyway, cheers for watching. For those of you who did, for those of you who were able to suffer any small portion of the video, I thank ye. I thank ye most kindly, so I do. I'm out of here. Until next time, have a great amazing day, and may all your news be good news. Back, vampire scum! Have a great amazing day. I'll have a great amazing day. Have a great amazing day. I hope you have a great amazing day.